Yeah. 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 Mystic Matt turned fives to stacks. Hurricane bets rolling like tracks. Doubters gonna hate, but the cheddar's fat. UFC nights turning pennies to racks. Spread too wide, Vegas holding the breath. Props and parlays betting like nothing left. Pull the underdog moves like a chess grandmaster. Break the bank, they'll respect you faster. Cheddar change, mystic rearrange. Dollar bills from change, bets ain't strange. Critics might scoff, they don't know the range. Mystic Matt cashing in, pocket feels strange. $5, $10, pocket rocket. Fight night knowledge, stacking ticket. Vegas odds shaking, they can pick it. Mystic Matt, every win a ticket. Cash coming in, steady river flow. Count it out, often doubters laying low. Parlay stacked, high pro, gamma show. Mystic's foresight, bets overflow. Cheddar change, mystic rearrange. Dollar bills from change, bets ain't strange. Critics might scoff, they don't know the range. Mystic Matt cashing in, pocket feels strange.
And what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Change the Cheddar right here on the Golden Octagon. I appreciate you for stopping by here a little bit earlier than what we're used to. Usually do this about 10 p.m. East Coast time, but I got off work, saw that the weigh-ins were done, face-offs were done, and I'm like, well, what are we waiting on? Got all the photos, got my parlays cooked up, and I'm here to share it all with you. So what we're going to do is go through the all the fights on the card, prelims all the way up to main card. I'm going to give you my final picks and opinions on the card, and then at the end of the show, I've got 4 parlays cooked up for you guys. $10 to like a little bit over 100, and then 3 different $5 parlays. Hoping to hit something big this weekend. But with that being said, once again, appreciate you for stopping by. Hit that thumbs up button for me if you don't mind. Shout out Jay Wolf for watching while he's at work. I appreciate you, Jay Wolf. So with that being said, let's get our weigh-in photos added to the stage, and we will get into it. First fight of the night, we've got Juliana Killer Miller taking on Ivana Petravic. Over under here is 2.5. The over 2.5 is -230. The under is +175. Odds for the fight overall: Juliana Miller +205. Ivana Petravic is -250. Yeah, Juliana Miller just has absolutely no striking defense. She just gets lumped up every single fight. I know pretty much everyone picking Ivana Petravic this weekend, and I'm pretty much with you. But for me, I can see Ivana Petravic maybe knocking Juliana Miller out, maybe round 2, round 3. So for me, give me Ivana Petravic round 2 knockout. We got Tank Niner in here. Let's make some cheddar. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Can't wait. Just wish some of the best fights didn't get moved and canceled. I feel you, brother. There are some terrible cancellations on this card. I think 3 different ones, but I hope you still have a good time, brother. So up next, we do have Thomas Peterson versus Don'Tale Mayes. Thomas Peterson -325, the favorite. Don'Tale Mayes is +260, the underdog. Over under here is 2.5. The over is -166. The under is +130. Yeah, I can never pick Don'Tale Mayes to win. I actually call him Don't Mayes because that's what the first 4 letters of his name is don't. And it reminds you to don't pick him. Yeah, for me, I'm going Thomas Peterson. It wouldn't surprise me if he just wrestled Don'Tale Mayes all 3 rounds and we got Thomas Peterson via decision. But let's not pretend like Don'Tale Mayes even wants to be in there. So if Thomas Peterson got a ground and pound or a sub, it wouldn't surprise me. Give me Thomas Peterson. Let's go Thomas Peterson to win this fight via decision, though. Let's see. Mayes got this. He's my favorite. This is my truck driver turned fighter. I think Thomas Peterson is also a semi-truck driver. At least he was on his Instagram. Anyway, check that out if you haven't seen. Up next, we do have Gaston Bolognos taking on Quang Bang Lee. The Dream Killer, Gaston Bolognos, -135, your favorite. Quang Bang Lee is +114, your dog. Over under here is 2.5. The over is -166. The under is +130. Yeah, for me, I just like the overall well-roundedness of Quang Lee and Gaston Bolognos. He's a good striker, but not anything like like, how do I say this? Super wowing, if you will. I don't even know what that means. He doesn't do anything that blows my hair back, if you will. So with for me, I'm going Quang Lee to win this fight via decision. Semi driver, they both are semis, indeed. Yes, Quang Bang Lee via decision for me. Next fight we've got Marina Rodriguez taking on Jillian the Savage Robertson. Jillian Robertson is -258, the favorite. Marina Rodriguez is +210, the underdog. Over under here is 2.5. The over is -260. The under is +195. Yeah, for me, I could be crazy here, but this is just theory. Jillian Robertson, we know her game plan. She's going to be going for the takedowns. And Marina Rodriguez gets taken down every single fight. So this fight will end up on the ground. The thing is, Marina Rodriguez stays safe on the ground. She has been on the ground with some absolute slick submission grapplers, and she doesn't seem to get submitted ever. With that being said, Jillian Robertson's coach, Dean Thomas, he has a huge emphasis, or he has these past couple years, on ground and pound. So for me, if Marina Rodriguez is just on the ground trying to stay safe, I like some Jillian Robertson elbows, and she'll throw anywhere. We saw that in our last fight. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Jillian Robertson gets a round 3 TKO over Marina Rodriguez. Yeah, moving on to the next one. We've got Ryan Loder taking on Azamat Bekoev. Ryan Loder is +280, the underdog. Azamat Bekoev is -355, your favorite. Over under here is 2.5. The over is -120. The under is -110. Yeah, I don't really have a huge lean either way here. Neither fighter has really proven to be UFC level, if you will. But Ryan Loder seems to get hit quite a bit, and Bekoev, shown that he does have some power. So with that being said, probably shouldn't be betting on this fight. At least I won't be betting on this fight, or if I do, it won't be very much money at all. But give me Azamat Bekoev to let's say win this fight via second round knockout. Blood's got an OV in his name. Gotta pick it up. Fair enough. Up next, we do have Yana Santos taking on Miesha Tate. Yana Santos +114, your dog. Miesha Tate -135, your favorite. Over under here is 2.5. The over is -395. Your under is +280. Yeah, I like the former champion here, Miesha Tate. She got a solid wrestling game, and if she hits on the back, this fight could be over. As for Yana Santos, she's a solid striker, but she throws a lot of kicks. And I think Miesha Tate can catch those kicks and put Yana Santos down and at least ride out the round, if not finish Yana Santos there. So for me, I'm going Miesha Tate to win this fight via decision, or maybe late submission. Round 2, 3, it could happen. It could happen. So with that being said, that was the prelims. Let's move on to the main card. First fight of the main card, we've got Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens. Is this his retirement fight? It could be. This is his first fight back in the UFC after a long time out of the UFC. And also for Mason Jones, this is his first fight back in the UFC after he had been cut. He went on like a 5-fight win streak in Cage Warriors. But with that being said, the fighters are there. Both fighters made weight, and I know you guys know D Rose earlier in the week said that he expected Jeremy Stevens to be a little doughy coming into this fight, and it doesn't really look like it. He looks all right. I'm kind of hoping like the Jeremy Stevens, being, if this is his last UFC fight, he's just on like all the steroids. He just wants to come in here and get a win. So if Mason Jones comes in here and just wants to swing dicks at all, I think that is going to be a big mistake, because I do think that Jeremy Stevens still has the power to put Mason Jones out. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to go Jeremy Stevens to win this fight this week via knockout. Up next, we do have Cameron Smotherman taking on Surrey City. Odds for this fight plus 114. Cameron Smotherman. Surrey City is minus 135. Your favorite. Over under here is 2.5. The over is minus 210. The under is plus 160. Yeah, Cameron Smotherman just gets tagged up a whole lot. You can see his nose; it's already off to the side. Just not the best look in the world. If I'm going to be completely honest, not the best defense, and he can get taken down. I believe Surrey City is the better overall fighter, just everywhere for the most part. So, Surrey City via decision for me. Up next, we do have Daniel Marcos taking on Montel Quick Jackson. Montel Jackson minus 238, your favorite. Daniel Marcos plus 195. Your underdog over under here is 2.5. The over is minus 220. The under is plus 170. Yeah, I know everyone picking Montel Jackson this week. I know not a lot of people picking Daniel Marcos. But I am one of those people picking Daniel Marcos, and it's for me, it's activity. Montel Jackson doesn't fight very often at all, to be honest, and when he does, they're quick fights. Why is he not fighting more often? And why is he not fighting, people that aren't 40 years old? This is basically going to be Montel Jackson's, could be his biggest step up, if you ask me. Daniel Marcos, undefeated, got a lot of volume, stays safe. He doesn't really have the best third rounds, but I think if it gets there, I don't expect Montel Jackson to have the power to put Daniel Marcos out in the third round. So give me Daniel Marcos to win these first 2 rounds, and who knows what happens in the third. Hopefully he just doesn't get knocked out, but give me Daniel Marcos to win this fight via decision as the underdog. Next fight, we do have Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez taking on Santiago Ponzinibbio. Santiago Ponzinibbio minus 142, your favorite. Daniel Rodriguez plus 120, your underdog. Over under here is 2.5. The over 2.5 is minus 230. The under 2.5 is plus 180. Yeah, for me, kind of like the last one, it's the volume for D-Rod. Chin, not the best for Santiago at this point, but if you're picking Santiago to win this fight, I don't hate you for it. I could see him winning this fight just because he's a fighter. Like, if there's anything that he has more fight left in him, as where D-Rod seems to kind of just be showing up at this point. But even though both fighters 38 years old, both fighters not going to be the proms of their career, if you will, I still think maybe D-Rod has more left. And as I said, with the volume, I think he could get this decision win. So for me, it's D-Rod to win this fight via decision. Co-main event of the evening is Reinier Derritter taking on Bo Nickel. Over under here is 2.5. The over 2.5 is plus 110. The under 2.5 is minus 140. Reinier Derritter plus 280. Your underdog. Bo Nickel is minus 355. Your favorite. Yeah, everyone picking Bo Nickel this week. I could see him winning the fight, but man, just the way Reinier Derritter has just proved me wrong in every single one of his fights. Until he loses in the UFC, I have to pick Reinier Derritter here. I don't know if he gets it done, by just late submission, early submission. I don't know if he wins this fight via decision, but something tells me Reinier Derritter wins this fight. So give me Reinier Derritter to win this fight, let's say via decision. Main event of the evening, we have Corey Sandhagen taking on Davidson Dos Tigueira Figueiredo. Odds for this fight, minus 520 for Corey Sandhagen. Davidson Figueiredo is plus 390. Your underdog. Over under here is 4.5. The over 4.5 is minus 215. The under 4.5 is plus 165. Yeah, going to be a Corey Sandhagen fight. Big octagon. Corey Sandhagen's got fantastic footwork, fantastic jab, got good teep kicks, things like that. And he's just going to be keeping Dos Tigueira, Davidson Figueiredo, at distance for the most part. So with that being said, give me Corey Sandhagen to just have Davidson Figueiredo whiffing on a whole bunch of shots all through the fight. And at some point, maybe, round 3, round 4, something like that, maybe leading Davidson Figueiredo onto like a flying knee or something like that. So give me Corey Sandhagen to win this fight via late knockout. That is every pick on the card. Bottom to top, So with that being said, let's get into the fun part of the show, the parlay section. So what we are going to, let me get this banner off the screen so you guys will be able to see the whole thing. So I appreciate you guys for still hanging out with me here today. How this is going to work, I'm going to show my $10 parlay, which is kind of like my confidence parlay, the one that I truly expect every single one of those should happen. And then the next 3 $5 parlays, we're just hoping to win, baby. We're just hoping to win. But 2 of them, they might just pay your rent for $5. So let's get into it. First one, what's going on? Remove this. I don't know what's going on. All right. First one, confidence parlay is $10 to win $118. It is a plus 1,088 7-leg parlay, and it goes like this: Ivana Petravic, money line. Thomas Peterson versus Dontel Mays to start round 2. Jillian Robertson, money line. Surrey City, money line. Santiago Ponibio versus Daniel Rodriguez to go the distance. Rainier Derritter and Bo Nickel to start round 2, and Corey Sandhagen to win in round 4, 5, or by decision. So that's the confidence parlay. $10 to win $118 if they all hit. So getting into some stuff that a little bit more risky, but if I'm sharing it with you, I expect it to hit. Up next is a 4-leg parlay, is a plus 9,648. All fighters to win via decision. We got Misha Tate to win via decision, Surrey City via decision, Daniel Marcos via decision, and Daniel D. Rodriguez to win via decision. If all of those fighters win by decision, $5 will turn to $487.43. And hear me out. This one right here, I believe in it, y'all. I believe in it. If you believe in it, I believe in it. We're going to hit this shit. So here we go. 2-leg parlay plus 33,500. 2 legs. Ivana Petravic and Jillian Robertson to both win by knockout in round 2 or 3. $5 if they both win by knockout in round 2 or 3 will turn into $1,680. So that is the one that I'm really banking on this week. I feel good about it. If you feel good about it, don't be afraid to tell it. And the last one, call me crazy if you will. I'm going with pretty much everything not supposed to happen for the most part. We got a 3-leg parlay here, plus 39,087, and I'm going Jeremy Stevens to win by knockout, Rainier Derritter to win by points, and Corey Sandhagen to win by knockout. $5 on that. If all 3 hit, turn into $1,959.38. So with that being said, that was every pick for every fight, prelims to main card, and I gave you guys 4 parlays, 1 $10 parlay and 3 $5 parlays. So $25 total. So I'm not betting a lot. Hopefully you're not risking more money than you can afford to lose. And hopefully you can turn what this show implies, so your change, into some cheddar. Hopefully I do as well. With that being said, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Drop your favorite play down in the comment section for me, if you don't mind. Maybe help out someone else that with a read that maybe I didn't cover, or just drop your favorite play down there in the comment section. And maybe if you hit one of them, I'll give you a shout out next week on the show. But with that being said, appreciate you guys for stopping by. Hit that thumbs up button on y'all's way out if you haven't already. My name is Matt. This is the Golden Octagon. This was Change to Cheddar. I do this every single Friday, every single post weigh-in on UFC Fight Week Fridays, usually 10 p.m., but everything was out early today, so I went ahead and got it out early today. So I appreciate everyone that watches this later as well. With that being said, my name is Matt. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.